So you're bombarded with a lot of why questions from your child. Why this, why that? Why? Because your child is curious and they want to know everything. You may have all the answers, you may not have the answers. Or you may have the energy to answer, you may not have the energy to answer. You may be in the mood to answer, you may not be in the mood to answer. So your answers become selective. In fact, if you whether you want to answer or not itself becomes selective, right? How to handle that? But of course, you feel sometimes you're tired and your child is just after you. There are three ways to handle this. The best way, of course, is to be available to your child's queries and then give answers to them in a very patient manner, right? And when you've answered one or two questions, then you say, we will talk on this later. Second is you can build you can build a time zone which is especially dedicated to this. Turn it into a game with your child, like a fun-filled activity or kid. So whatever you want to ask me, this time of the day, I'm going to sit with you and answer whatever you want to ask. Now the entire day, the child will have all his or her questions and she would come to you in the evening and say, now answer. And you are also prepared with that time. This is one good strategy. Second is, if you are tired or if you're not in that zone, if you do not have that bandwidth, then you don't have to shun your child or dismiss your child saying, go away. I don't have time. Just go away. Don't eat my head. Mat dimag khao. Go away. Don't shun. Make an eye contact and say, I have to do something important. This is also equally important. Give me today's time. Tomorrow, I will sit with you and not just these two questions. Come prepared with 10 more questions. We will have a question answer session with you. Now your child thinks that whatever I'm asking is important because now my parent, my father, my mother are available to answer that, and they go into a research mode of cataloging the questions that they want to ask. Dedicated time. Now for this, again, you have to tune yourself into this zone. You have to tune your child into this zone. And it is like formation of a habit turning into a ritual. Then you can have, ritualistically, you can have an hour, half an hour, and a half hours dedicated to this episode. And I'm telling you, your child will love it. You will love it. And let this become a very amazing interactive session between you as a parent and your kid when you dedicate a time. It's like, your child is asking for a feed when the mother is breastfeeding, and every time the child asks for a feed, mother is ready. I always tell my patients, please don't do that. You have to have a schedule of feeds also, and then you schedule your feeds. It's good for you, it's good for the kid. Similarly, this entire process needs to be scheduled. Your child would also learn through this process the importance of time, that they cannot intervene into anybody's time zone whenever they want. They start respecting your time. They start respecting time in general, and they have a context now that tomorrow at this time I'm going to have this discussion with my mom or with my dad, and then she starts respecting her time also. You are imparting a sense of time management. You are imparting a sense of treating each and everybody's time with respect, and you are also now sitting with her with a quality time dedicated only to her questions, and you are not irritated, you are not frustrated, right? So apply this will help you. And the second strategy is the art of delegation. Suppose you are not able to answer, you don't have that time, but your child is after you, they want to have this answer then and there, then divide it between you and your spouse or between the family members. Just say, go and ask her, your mom, if you're the dad, or go and ask your dadi, or go and ask your grandmother, and then they will go to them. You can do this, you can delegate the time amongst yourselves. And even if they are not free, then they will send the kid to some other person. Don't let your child feel as if that nobody is available to answer their query. Either you manage it that this is the time, or you say I will answer to this tomorrow, or you just delegate it to somebody else. But please, one request, do not feel irritated, do not feel frustrated, do not dismiss and shun your child. The best quality that your child has is that she is asking you questions. She is open to exploring. Please do not dismiss her curiosity. Encourage her to ask so many questions, and eventually, when this child is 4 to 5 years or 6 years, you can put them beautifully into the habit of reading. So they read and they find out their own answers. The best thing is reading, plus don't send them to YouTube channels yet. Don't send them to videos yet. Let them read. Reading is an excellent exercise for burning all your curiosity, getting all your answers. But till then, try to answer in a way you are not frustrated, and as a team, like the family comes together in this as a team. This is what can be done.